All right. Thank you, Emery. Today, we're going to work on removing money blocks and do a little bit of activations for that. Part of what I do, metaprogramming, it is on an energetic level. We're going to kind of access programming, subconscious programming that isn't working for you anymore. And it's mostly ages 0 to 7. We hear a lot of things in our life. We see how people are handling things, money issues. We see it in our environment, in our families, or things that we hear on TV, whatever. And it becomes programming. So we're going to put new programming and rewrite or erase the old stuff. We're going to put new ideas in, and it's all done energetically. This is energy work, and it's done on a spiritual level. So, more of getting rid of the stuff that most people are thinking about, common social norms and things to become programming. If you live in a certain area and everybody makes like this kind of money, it becomes our program. It's what's normal in our society. So we want to get rid of that. We want to break through. Um, if you go from one side of the country to the other, every area has its own demographics and its cost of living. But you don't, that doesn't have to be who you are or what works for you. You can break through that glass ceiling. You can make, the 6 or 7 or whatever. You can make however much money you want because nowadays with the internet or whatever, you can work anywhere. You're going to have any kind of job, anything. And in the sky is actually your creativity and imagination is the limit. So whatever you believe. And that's what we're going to work with, just breaking through some of those old paradigms and energetically rewriting that so you have a different experience in your life. Does that make sense? And
Yes.
please ask questions
No,
because
it makes sense. It makes
good,
perfect sense.
good,
I've
good.
been sort of actually about 12 weeks ago, I started doing a deep dive on this very topic, and my entire business structure has changed, and I'm shifting into trying to figure out making a living using my creativity and using the internet. And so all of this resonates. Like this is part of
Really
what I've been
awesome.
doing. So it all aligns. And I will be continuing for the next 6 weeks on this particular program that I've been working on with doing deep dives on the unconscious money beliefs and whatnot. So I appreciate what you do, what you bring, because I wasn't even really sure what I was getting into with this. I just felt called to reaching out to you because you were suggested to me, and here we
That's
are.
awesome.
So,
I don't
so
think she would
anyway,
have referred you if she didn't think we're on the same wave. So that's really cool, and I appreciate you spending some time with me today. It's kind of awesome because this is something that everybody wants to work on. I am always, for a bazillion years, I've always been trying to make my life better and better and better and get rid of my old programming. Because if it doesn't serve you anymore, it doesn't need to be, part of your life. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I do a little bit of a guided meditation, just a little relaxation thing, because it helps to do the process if you're in a relaxed state.
sure.
So if you're ready, you want to sit back or sit up, eyes closed, eyes open, it's totally up to you. I'm going to close my eyes and just do a little meditation to help myself get relaxed. Okay. I'm going to start by putting my hand on my heart. Feeling the warmth of my hand always helps me to relax. And taking a few deep breaths. I want to get anchored into Mother Earth by just imagining that we have roots growing out of the bottom of our feet and growing deeper and deeper, deeper into the Great Mother. And when we feel nice and anchored into that vibration and strength of the Great Mother, bring the energy back up into our bodies, into our heart, and all the way to the top of our head. and let it radiate out into a cocoon, a warm cocoon of protection and love, and to create a sacred working space for the highest good. I'm going to start running some activation, some energy to address some of the different money issues. I'm going to start with fear of money. I'm connecting to God's source, the source energy, and bringing through an activation for fear of money. A lot of times, if we don't have experience with dealing large amounts of money, we can make it a little bit intimidating. I want to run an activation for caste system money, releasing the paradigm of being in a certain income level. Next activation is I am the money vibration. I am the same vibration as money. We have to be the vibration to attract what we want in our life. I am money vibration. Running, I am worthy of abundance and wealth. Running, success realignment. Running an activation for release of poverty vows, contracts, all lifetimes, dimensions, realities, all karmic debts. Releasing money beliefs that I cannot make more than my parents, my family, my community. And guilt, releasing guilt if I do. Seeing fear, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of making a mistake. Birth certificate deactivation, releasing you from any debt that you hoard or anything that you might have been born into. Simultaneously running sacred geometry, Metatron, Moses Code, Tree of Life, Stonehenge, activations all running to help you open up to the sacred geometry, to open your bandwidth. That's good. That's helping the energy to flow a little better. Releasing any ideas, running an activation to release any ideas that money is a burden. Too much responsibility will weigh you down. Releasing that idea. Money is fun. Activation running. Money is fun. Running Creative Gene Extraordinaire. Open up your creativity and to attract your financial wellness, prosperity. Running an activation to disconnect from the 3D reality. This helps with empathic tendencies of hearing and feeling too much of other people's stuff. It's not important to you. So universal life grid activation running. Release all the burden. And unwanted noise from your life. And balancing your chakras with the fruit of life. Activation to create a harmonious bubble, like all the chakras lighting up like a beautiful rainbow cocoon. And we're going to seal that. We'll leave you in balance. And we're going to leave the activations running. They could run for days, weeks, even months. You might feel the releasing and the energy, you might not. You might have pictures or visions or insights. Just write them down as days go on. They may slowly make more sense and they may just disappear. And you might notice that things are no longer involved. I do want to ground into Mother Earth so we're not floating around in our heads and out of our bodies. So tap your feet on the floor, reconnect to the earth, breathe in and breathing that energy up back into the body and connect with our body. Good cleansing breath and back. Eyes open. There is so many things going on. I did open your bandwidth a little bit more, even though I think you're a fairly enlightened person. I opened your bandwidth a little bit more to let more of the energy in, some sacred activation, the sacred geometry also, just to help bring that energy in and enlightenment, to help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw these money bags sitting on your shoulders, almost like it was weighing you down instead of being happy, good energy. So there are some beliefs that I think that are really a burden to you. And it seemed like it was on your shoulders. So responsibility. So you have a lot of financial responsibility or feel like you do.
Yeah.
And it's a little overwhelming. So dealing with money probably just puts you in greater overwhelm instead of like coming from a creative space, like, oh, this is fun. Let's do this, It's so switching that up to a place of like, what can I, almost like a 5-year-old, what can we do today? What can we create? Well, let's play our imagination game. So switching it up instead of that hard drive. And I'm like that and I get it. Drive, 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 work hard, got to get the goals. So lightening it up a little bit might help with creating what you want to create instead of pushing a boulder uphill,
Yeah.
might take an easy path out, take what are they, those little water slides, or do something fun, switch the
Yeah,
relationship to your creativity into like a fun imagination game. Does that make
I will.
sense?
Yeah, it does.
Does it? Cool.
Yeah,
Where,
Spirit keeps telling me I need to play more.
yeah, and make money
It's
from
like, quit
playing it.
being so
Yeah.
serious. I'm
I
so
have,
serious all the time. But I don't know, I actually have the next week off, and which is unusual, and I was going to really put that time into reimagining what my business is going to turn into, because I clean houses right now, and I want to do more divination. I want to help people and not do so much physical labor anymore. And it's all aligning. And so this week I will approach it not in just a serious I got to make money way, but in a playful, creative way. Because that is the message that I keep getting, is like, don't be so serious. Like, be creative and the money will fall into place. Like, enjoy it, like, have fun. And I'm like, but I have things to do. So
yeah.
yeah, this all makes sense. And I felt a lot of, I don't know, a lot of energetic movement with the things you were saying. And that was
It,
really interesting.
it was a lot of energy, and those were actually a lot of activation. So you might have a lot of inner housework going on. If you need to take a nap, and you can, if you can, drink more water, go for a walk, uh, find a tree, sit by it or give it a hug, or put your feet in the dirt, on the grass, soak up that good energy and just let it flow and honor and respect. Um, take a nice bubble bath or a nap, just, honor and respect and let that process happen. And anything that comes up, you're always free to like get a hold of me or whatever. If you have questions, that's fine. And then if you have thoughts and dreams or any colors or anything comes up, just write it down. It might make more sense later. There was a lot with that's why I did that birth certificate deactivation. There's a lot of ancestral family connections and stuff also that seem
With
to
me,
be, yeah,
oh my
yeah.
gosh, yes, these people.
No, it is. And that's why I did the birth certificate deactivation and the all timelines. And there's something going on there where
Something
I don't
that
know if
came through recently, and I don't know the accuracy of this, but it's just like, I'll just keep a long story short, but my intuition was kind of guiding me to, I've had some psychic mediums that have mentioned like generational curse for 7 generations or whatever, and all unrelated to one another telling me this. And anyway, my some of my ancestors were Irish, and I believe that I mean, this may only be one tiny part of it because I have a bunch of ancestors, but one part that I'm unraveling right now is my Irish ancestors, I believe, went through the oppression of the British landlords and the potato famine, and committed
yeah, yeah.
suicide. Someone killed themselves. And that has been passed down to me. And all this money stuff has been entangled with it because of poverty and starvation. And so that has been like the theme of my life, is poverty and starvation.
Okay.
And I rejected my family for most of my life, but I've actually been reconnecting. Like today I spent time with my mother, and I have been trying to proactively like clear these things. So I bet my ancestors are like sitting right next to me, like, we're doing this, we're working on this, but I'm trying to differentiate like between what is mine and what is theirs to deal with, because I want to take on everybody's everything all the time.
Okay, so that's why I was seeing burden. I did the ancestor, I did the disconnect from birth certificate. So that, and then remember I did the timelines, um, releasing vows of poverty, releasing vows,
Yeah.
contracts, all that. So that past life stuff, um, that could be disconnect. And it's not, if it's not yours, it's not yours. But if it's bothering you, it is still yours. So we have to
Sure,
like
sure.
we have to get it out of our energy field and disconnect from that. Um, but a lot of that stuff, we ran a lot of activations. We run activations to help you vibrate at the level of what you want to bring into your life. And we ran disconnects, creativity, releasing the burden, worthiness, just so much. There's a lot of stuff going on. And so I think it's hopefully lighten the load and help you, dump off some stuff that you don't want anymore.
Yeah, I appreciate all of it. And I will be watching this recording over and over. And I mean, I will be continuing to integrate these lessons because I'm really at a point where I'm ready to embrace my creative side. Like I need to write a book, I need to make art, I need to make music and compose and I just sit around and cry a lot. So because I overburden myself with other things that just are not important to my path. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Well, I will be sending you the link so that you can enjoy that and watch it. And as you see some of this stuff disappear, just take it off your list and just keep working forward. And then reconnect if you want to in the future and let me know. I'd love to hear, I'd love to hear what the outcomes were.
I look forward to updating you in the coming weeks and months and so on.
Okay. That would be wonderful. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm gonna end the recording and I just want to thank you so much. You don't have to disconnect, but I'm gonna end the recording now. So thank you so much and for spending some
Thank
time
you.
with your day. Okay.